Okay, hello everybody. So happy to be here. This is a wonderful opportunity for me to share something I'm doing in my classes. I'm very thankful for uh, to the CTE, and I remember grabbing Adi in the middle of SMU, like, and telling her, "Will be crazy if I ask for a grant for just-in-time teaching for some ukuleles." And she said, "Go ahead and see what happens." So, and this happened. So that means whatever you have in mind, let's don't limit yourself. So I'm very grateful to the city who supported just-in-time teaching, and I bought like I think 15 ukuleles, and then I went to the dean of Denman and talked to him about how wonderful the experience was in the classroom, and basically told him I would love to have some support because I want my students to be able to keep the ukuleles and bring them to their home so they can practice. And I have 45 students. So do you think you can support me with that? I think this is a great way to teach. And he did. And now I have 45, 50 ukuleles. So if anybody at SMU would like to use it, I'm yeah, I'm very happy to lend them to anybody that would like to use it. So, an ukulele in the classroom. And so everything, this started. So while they play with this awesome background, I'm going to tell you that 2020, the COVID year, I was very stressed about the situation, and I love my family, but it was hard. And then I went to the garage. There was no air conditioning to 100 degrees there. And I put the YouTube, my phone, and I start teaching myself how to play the ukulele. And I consider myself lower than a beginner. I'm going to be completely honest. I don't think I'm even a beginner, but I just like it. And I just play it because it's fun. And then I discovered that it's a great way um, to teach. So I found this, and I think it's, of course, we kind of know who these guys are, but it's also very important. There's something about ukulele that is so unpretentious, and I love that. There's no pretend. There's no trying to be cool. Well, you can be cool with an ukulele, but it's just they're relaxing. They're having fun, and that's what exactly happens. That's the magic that happens in the classroom, and that was my experience with the students. That it really changed the mood. And if you wanna, I'm gonna share this PowerPoint. But if you wanna dig more on the story, so let me before I go here, let me go to the next one because I wanna show you. Oh no, this one. Um, Constantine, can you read this, please?
Okay, let's try it. Everybody should have and play uki. It's so simple to carry with you, and it is one instrument you can't play and not laugh. It's so sweet and also very
Old.
old. Some are made of wood, some are made of armadillos. I love them. The more, the merrier. Everyone I know who is into the ukulele is
Crackers.
crackers. So get yourself a few and enjoy yourselves. Love, George and Harrison.
Yep, is from February 2nd, 1999. 99. So this is a letter he wrote to the world about his experience. And if you want to check, the the article I recommend that is really really incredible, like very interesting. How the Beatles' George Harrison turned his love of ukulele into a personal crusade. So it's the story of him, but also the story of the ukulele, and and very very interesting with some videos and how things started. And so, if you want to dig a little bit more about the story, please do so here. So that's a letter. Actually, I showed this letter to my students. So because I showed also a video of America's Got Talent little girl. She was 9 and she won, and she wrote her own songs, and that's really cute and incredible to see that little girl. But also Taylor Swift is famous for using the ukulele in her concerts. And that's also, well, since our students are some of them into Taylor Swift, that can be a way. But George Harrison's letter, I think, is very touching. So I use that letter in my classes to show them like yeah, some history as somebody that is who he is, the Beatles, and all what that means, and he's saying something like that. So I like to show the letter. So we're going to start, and Melissa and Carol, I want you to participate, even though it can be a little bit hard from there, but it's okay. I want you to I want you to please write a paragraph in your computer um, following these directions in your phone or your computer. So please write a paragraph in your computer or phone where you explain one concept, topic, theme, idea, or argument, event that is key and that you want the students to understand and grasp in your class. So please write something, and you can write it in your phone or in your email or in your computer. And for Willie, that is here, I was talking about George Harrison from the Beatles that wrote a letter, Willie, about the ukulele and how it impacted his life and the Beatles. So, but now I want this to be a real workshop. Like I want to do something useful for you for your classes. So just write anything, like just a paragraph about. I really want them to understand this. So I'm thinking music therapy. Music therapy is blah 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 blah, blah whatever, or Spanish literature, or so just write a short paragraph. And yeah, and if you want to share in the chat, actually, yeah, that can be a great idea. Yeah, yeah. Adi, do something also. You can write about technology or something. Anything. Could be 3 sentence, five, or about education, pedagogy. Um, because we're gonna do a little bit of an experiment. We'll see if it works. So just write that paragraphs with any concept, topic, theme, idea, argument that you want your students to grasp or understand. Okay, one more minute, one few seconds more. Doesn't have to be long. Doesn't have to be long. It's just a key thing you want them to understand. um, Willie, I was showing them this video. of George Harrison. The Beatles just having some fun, and George Harrison was one of the big defenders of the ukulele. So I said that the ukulele is great because one of the things is so unpretentious. And okay, so this is George Harrison letter to all of us from 1999. So who says this is good? And I want to thank you for pointing that out. Is the ukulele really a good thing for us? For well, there's a lot of studies in terms of the relation between the use of the ukulele and aging and dementia and Alzheimer and the process of aging and how it's really good for your mind. Uh, but there are some studies about, in general, using the ukulele, and maybe we can all write an article if we decide to use it in our classes, how impact the college students. But I just want to say that there's research out there about this from these sources. Um, why the ukulele is good? Okay, well, playing an instrument, piano, saxophone, I mean, drums, like it's all, I think, very great. It's great. But the ukulele is so easy and so easy to carry, and specific health benefits boost your brain power. And again, there has been some research that shows that it helps with better cognitive performance. So guess what? We need that for our students, right? Better cognitive performance. It relieves stress. Yeah, learning becomes easier. Learning becomes easier um, because you are not stress. Like the stress get liberated, and I can see that in my classes. Like you have to look good for the professor and answer the right questions and be focused. But here's like, whew, yeah, that tension goes. So it helps. It helps with your cognitive. It releases stress, strengthen your fine motor skills. You're gonna see. It looks easy, and it is easy, but it needs a little bit of practice. And then, and it's amazing how these 18, 19-year olds, I thought, oh, this is going to be super fast, super easy. But actually, you need to practice those little fine, those not little, but fine motor skills. So it takes a little bit of time, but it's challenging. And we just use our fingers just to write and grab things, but putting our hands in a way and fingers in a way that they have never been is really interesting what it does to the brain. And it's fun to share that challenge. They were all laughing when we did that. I was like, oh, look at you. Oh, look at you. So increase emotional well-being. And I think that was what I was more interested in. And it really captures me. And that's why I continue doing this, uh, using the ukulele, and create a sense of community, which I was so surprised that uh, it really created a sense of community. And the students talk about it and mention how they feel more connected to others because we were using the ukulele. So I want to share something. I thought I brought it. I knew I brought it. Um, well, it was related to the what the students said. The students mentioned how they really feel connected to their peers because they were doing something together. They were trying something new together. So that was I was surprised about that. I was like, wow, I wasn't expecting that. I was looking for something else. Um, okay. So how do we use the ukulele? Give each student an instrument, tune it together. So you have to download. I hope you do this in the future. So please download your application, Pano, Pano Tuner. Go to apps in your phone. And if you want to do that over there, please do so. Pano Tuner. and Panotunner. No, I think it's the other one. Ay, oh, yes, and there are several ones. So what I forgot, I wish I brought it, but I make copies for everybody and everything, was the student evaluations. Some of the, not evaluations, but they wrote down how they were feeling, like the first 2 weeks of class using the ukulele. And that's where I want to share how they were mentioned the community sense of like how they were feeling connected to their peers, how they were learning the vocabulary better, how they were challenging themselves, how it was fun. Um, so I'm going to show you 3 examples of how I use the ukulele. Um, First lesson, the jaw form of the present tense. And we use the music based on the song, Oh My Darling Clementine. So it was in order to conjugate. That was Silent Night, I think. This was Gustav, and this was Hush Little Baby. So you see, I took a song that is easy to play, that everybody knows. That's key at the beginning. Um, it's a song that everybody grew up singing. That is that the chords are easy, and then I changed the lyrics to whatever they need to learn that day, vocabulary. So I teach language, and somebody can say, well, for language that works really well. But if I teaching math, like, how am I going to use the ukulele or science or? And I think you can. And we're going to try that today. So tune it together, teach them the chords. So take your ukulele, please. And yeah, it is tuned. So it's good cats eat apples. So if you take your piano tuner, your application, it's already tuned. It's already tuned. If you're a so you play G, good cats. C. You don't have to do anything with this hand. C. Good cats eat apples. That's how you remember how to tune it. But good G. So you use your application. Yeah. So every time you take your ukulele, you use your application and you try to find the G and you move this to find the good and E, it, it. Apples. Okay. So good cats eat apples. Um, so now we have to learn the chords. Um, so I'm gonna give you some papers. It's already tuned, Eddie, but you try because sometimes they get messy. Sometimes they. So I'm gonna have some papers for Melissa and Carol if they wanna have. I can give it to them. Yeah, I gave her one. Okay, so you see how. Oh, where does the ukulele comes from? What do you think? Huh? Well,
Hawaii.
I found that it's not Hawaii, it's Portugal. The Portuguese brought it to Hawaii. So it's like the history behind it. Yeah, yeah. So you need, who is everybody right-handed? Okay, if everybody's right, good. So the most common to, so good, you see, good, G, you see the drawing, good, cats eat apples. Does this is G, apples. Okay, so let's see the second one. Can you go to the second one? So this is how you know the chords. So imagine this is like this. Imagine this paper like this. So C, so you're gonna use a point, and the way you put your fingers is important. So is your four finger. This one goes in the third. Fourth finger goes in the third. That is C. Do you see the C? Uh-huh. Yeah. On the third. Exactly. On the third. Good? No. This is the key for everything. The what's the name of this in English? Strum. Strum. Just with my fingers. All of them. So that's the base. C is everything. C is like the base. So now you have this. You have a lot of fun chords. C. Let's go to F. So you take second finger. Can you put, you know, how to go from C? Exactly. Exactly, Constantine. Yeah. So you take second finger and third finger for F. Go to F. Second finger and third finger. That's F. Oh, you wanted F. We're doing F because it's easier. And this one, uh, here. Uh-huh. And you can you try to put it more like, uh-huh. Little, yeah, little by little. F. Now G is a little bit more challenging, but look, go to F. Everybody F. F. Everybody's in F. Is the first F. Uh-huh. And this one here. This one here. This one here. Uh-huh. Exactly. Good. F. And then you take the second finger and you try to do G7, which is you leave your second finger in F and you just move your fingers, two fingers like this. So you keep this one, but then one that goes here. And the other goes down. No, G is no. Do F. F. This one is here. Uh-huh. And then now this one stays here, but then this one goes one down, and then this one has to go under. Under? Right here? In the second. Both have to be in the second. You see? Both have to be in the second. Right. Yeah. No third, second. Yeah, sorry, Melissa and Carol. I hope you're following. But if you need a personal tutoring, I can do that. I can go to your office. And good. So G is a little bit more challenging, but if you have F, this, so this one, F goes. So we do F to do G. Mm-hmm. To do F, and then you take this one down, and you put this one behind, like, in the second one. Yeah, you see how they go in the second? Huh? No. Is it supposed to hurt? Said Willie. No, little by little, because these are things you have never done. It's like going to the gym for the first time. You're like, your body is like, oh, but it's going to be so great when you do it a little bit more, a little bit more. Okay, so we are gonna sing some songs because you're gonna do an exercise for your own classes. So you are my sunshine, okay? And we're gonna do a very basic drumming. Ah, what is that? Okay, so we already know C, we know F, and we know G7. Let's try a little bit. G7. So choose a song they recognize and change the lyrics to what you want them to learn or memorize. So that's what I did. Do you want to see them maybe to encourage you a little bit? One class, second week of class. They practice 20 minutes. Just 20 minutes. It's the first time ever they didn't practice anything. You want to try to do that one? No, the one that they did. I have this. Let's try to do that one and see what happens. Let's see, what time is it right now? Okay. You have this. You have hablo bebo. Okay. Listo, you can share. Let's try to do that one. That is the one that I did with my students. I wasn't planning to do that one, but it's easy. Well, the G7 can be a little bit hard, but let's try. So let's practice. Let's go to C and let's practice the strum. Very easy. C, we're in C. Dun, 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 dun. Let's try. And if you can't go to G7, just stay in C the whole time. So, of course, this is Oh Darling Clementine. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Hablo, bebo, vivo, pienso, puedo, pido, caigo, sí. Yo distingo, hago, pongo, salgo, traigo, veo, sé. Yo conduzco y conozco, crezco que voy aparezco. Yo obedezco y produzco, yo dirijo, sí, sí, sí. Yo compongo y propongo, yo atraigo, doy estoy. Siempre digo, voy y oigo, soy y tengo hasta el fin. Muy bien. You did it. You see? Okay, so we're gonna do sunshine. Okay. You are my the other night, dear. ¿Listos? We're gonna sing. We're gonna do the same because it's strong. I mean, you can do also, but that's a little bit more advanced. So let's try do the, and that works. You know the song? You are my sunshine, right? The other night. One. So we're gonna start in C. Okay. Let's try. Let's bum bum bum. One, two, three. The other night, dear, as I lay sleeping, I dream I held you in my arms. But then I woke, dear, I was mistaken. So I hung my head and I cried. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. You did it! Good job. You did it. Let's go to a Stand By Me. Do you like that song? Stand by me. Stand by me. So that one, you know how it says D D U U is down, down, up, down, up. We're not gonna try to do that, but we can play a little bit. Down. Okay, so everybody with me. Down, down. And when your big finger up, up, down, up. You see? Again. Down, down, up, up, down, up. Slowly. Down, down, up, down, up. You see? So that's the strum, right? The strum. Down, down. So we can try to do this. You think you feel you can try to you can do it? Or let's keep the thing because it's hard. Let's keep doing like this, which is fine. It's easier because it's your first lesson. Okay, so one, two, three. When the night has come. Well, actually doesn't sound too well if we don't do it as strong. Okay, can you do this? It's the same going up, down, up, 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 down, 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 down. Just do that. Okay. When the night has come and the night is dark and the moon is the only that we'll see. Is it hard? Okay. No, I won't be afraid. Oh, I won't be afraid. Just as long as you stand by me. Oh, darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Stand by me. Okay. That one has AM, which is a little bit more challenging, but you have it here. AM is here. AM. But it's Let's go to Perfect. What's the name of this guy? Ed Sheeran. Sheeran is his name. Perfect. I found a love early. But that one has the, well, let's just try. I didn't realize it has like a couple of ones. But why don't we try just to do you see G, you see G7 and G. Okay. So okay, so I'm gonna change the shorts and I want to do something. So just to see that you can play anything. I mean, this is a very popular song. Um, so it goes G. You see, it's not G7, it's G. So it's the second one. You know, let's do. Okay, I found the love. I found the love. Found the love for me. We're gonna do your thing instead of me singing. So you are gonna go to ChatGPT, please. Yes, go to ChatGPT in your phone or your computer, and you're gonna copy paste the paragraph in your ChatGPT. You're gonna the paragraph you wrote at the beginning of the concept that you want the students to understand. I think Sarah and Willie didn't do it, but you just go to ChatGPT and write this. And we're gonna. Um, so I'm gonna. So I'm gonna write write a song with the melody of "You Are My Sunshine" about. I'm a physics professor about dark matter, but you teach advertising, you teach Spanish, Spanish literature, musicology, technology, pedagogy. So I'm gonna please write a song with a melody. Sure. You are the mystery hiding so deep, invisible for. So Willie, for example, you can write. Please write a song with the melody of "You're My Sunshine" about creativity and advertising. Just for example, or the concept of creative limitations. Or you can about a Spanish film in 20th century or anything you want. So you see, you have a song, you have already your song, and you already have an ukulele, and you have the chords, and you know how to play it. You just play it today. Um, I'm gonna be more challenging with ChatGPT. Carol singing. I want to hear what Carol saying. Can you unmute yourself, Carol? Whatever Carol is singing is awesome. And she's an amazing singer. Say the chat for Carol's song. Oh, okay. You can. I wrote my own songs, but you can if you don't have ideas for songs, you can. This bit. Oh, I think Dark Matter is better. I wrote a Spanish Constantine, I wrote a Spanish song inspired by the melody of German, all about Almodovar's films. Almodovar is a Spaniard filmmaker, but I'm not sure if I like this. As Janice said, like, it's not always good. Oh, let's hear. Can you sing it? Can you sing it for us? Oh, awesome. So we have an example.
You got it. Okay. You are my students, my precious students, and what I hope you'll always see is every person in every moment has worth and dignity. We're all just human, just like each other. No one's above, no one's below. No wealth or status or race or gender can change the love we're meant to show. When you meet others in life's wide journey, please take the time to understand their joys and struggles, their dreams and sorrows are just as real as yours firsthand. Lovely. Yeah. So in my classroom and far beyond it, I hope this lesson stays with you. That every person deserves compassion and to be seen for what is true.
Woo! But look,
You can play the ukulele and then I'll sing mine 'cause I'm not gonna do it.
go ahead.
Ready?
Yeah.
Oh, in the classroom, we work together. We ask our questions, we think out loud. No passive listening, we share our learning, and every voice is strong and proud. We learn by doing, we think and wonder. We build ideas and make them shine. Through active learning, we grow together. Your thoughts and mine all intertwine. And it goes on.
That's amazing. Carol,
Carol, how about you unmute yourself? You
can
look
you
like
sing
you're
a
having
song for
fun.
us, Carol? You're a
Please,
singer.
please.
Sing something for us, Carol.
The problem is that it's not really scanning the way the rhythm is not working for
It's
me.
okay. It's okay. You have a
And
lovely voice.
I
Blame
can't get
ChatGPT. Blame
this.
the technology.
I
Please,
can't
you can sing it. Just
I can't get the technology deck right. Yeah, and like I said, the rhythm is weird, so that's why I'm like, I'm trying, but okay, we'll do it. The economy is moving, it's always changing, with supply and demand at play. When prices rise high, demand might fall down, but supply could still find its way. That's all I'm doing. I just gotta figure out this because I'm struggling.
Melissa, you wanna share?
Sure. Okay. This is, I put in for music literacy. You are the note I play. You are the rhythm each day. You teach me stuff up and down with quarter and eighth notes all around. I think I got that wrong. Oh, music's my passion, so true. Learning the scales, I'll make it through. The key is so sweet, C and G. Reading music so easy to see.
Wow, that's amazing.
And it made
So,
me to be able to use the chat, the AI. I've never had a chance to before.
well,
That was a great use for it.
well, I'm gonna show off because yeah, I like to show off, but not because I like to sing, but I don't think I'm a great singer, but I like to sing, and I like to play ukulele, but I'm not a musician. My I don't think I'm super good. But I did it because it was fun, and in 2022, so I started challenging myself in 2020 because I didn't want to put myself out there, but I want to, but I want to share because it was so fun. So I start recording myself and putting videos for family in Facebook. Uh, but I made a video and I want to, it's 2022. That was my old house. Okay, so I share because it was fun and I really enjoy it. And I was in my pajamas and I know I'm very dramatic and romantic, so that's like. But you can play rock and roll, you can play tango, you can play little kids music, you can use it in your classes. Yeah, we can use it like, oh, do something fun. But I don't want you to have the impression that this is like something extra that you can do in your classes to just do something fun. You can actually, if you use ChatGPT, which I know is very controversial sometimes, but I discovered this. You can make a song about a specific concept that you want them to learn, and why not? This is a way of learning, and so thank you very much. And maybe you have questions. Yeah, please feel free to ask me any questions or share some concerns or things, comments, anything you want.
How long during the semester you do this activity? Is it a whole thing or is it a section of the course or?
I I did it through the semester. I teach language in a lot of material, and actually, it's not easy to put something extra when they already have to learn so many things and they need to practice. But I use it to practice the birds, which they have to do anyway. So I did it like once every 2 weeks. Yeah, I need to say that the comments of students, and I brought them but didn't brought them, uh, are good, but some of them complain that they don't like carrying the ukulele around to every class they have. And that's a real thing. Yeah, okay, so we need to think about that. Some of them felt they were not good at playing, so they felt like shy about it with other. But I think it's a matter of trying and seeing what works. And you don't, what I learned, and I'm going to be super honest, what I learned this semester using the ukulele in my classes is that I don't have to push it too hard. I don't need to like, I think this is great. You should learn and have fun. No, let's do it a couple of times and see how it works. And if it works, do it a lot of other more times and evaluate this like every 2 weeks. Ask them, how are you feeling? Do you like it? It's good. And not put too much pressure on you in terms of the syllabus and the programs. Check why it's useful and how can it be really useful for you. Willie? Yeah.
Somebody really good, and then they start playing, and they're already like a master at it.
I had a couple of students that play the guitar, already, so they were really good playing the ukulele. And we actually, so I started doing this with my students in September, and we actually perform in the celebration of lights celebration tradition, and we sing a song in Spanish, a Christmas song, with my students. So that shows you that there's were students that were very into it. They love it. So you will find, yeah, really people that are very talented.
I think it's also a good opportunity if you do have those students that are already proficient, that they can help the other ones that are not, right? So for instance, when we had one of the chords was harder, the G whatever, it's like I didn't know like how to put my finger. If we have a proficient student, he can be helping you and walking around and helping those that are really novices. And so you have additional kind of TAs in the class, get them
And
involved.
something I like it was the rhythm that they already know. Oh, we're tuning the ukulele. The first class is how do you tune it? Oh, this is so hard. For the third time, they were like, oh, we're gonna tune the ukulele. They already know what they're doing. They were so serious about it. We're tuning. Everybody's tuning the ukulele. Yeah, we're ready. Let's sing. So it was like, oh, that's so cool. They were, yeah.
So you give the ukuleles to all the students and they take them home and they practice at home and then they bring them to class sometimes.
Yes, yes. You have to, yeah, think about that. Some students practice, some students doesn't. Some students, I discovered in the evaluations, they want to be uh, accountable for it. They were mad, some of them, that I didn't require for some students to be really good and practice. I practice, I'm good. Why you should give us like a grade for how good we are? I'm like, because some of them took it really seriously. Some of them, I have so much to do. I'm not going to play the ukulele. So I understand. So you have to like handle that.
So I don't know if any of you remember Robert Kraut. He's an emeritus professor at SMU. He actually teaches ukulele online,
Oh,
and he
cool.
has a good website, and a lot of it's free access to materials. So
Nice.
it's UKULOHA.com. Yeah, Ukuloha. UKULOHA.com.
And that reminds me of like the power of, you remember that graduation where I can't find the video, but there was a professor that did the speech, that had the role, the responsibility of giving the graduation speech, right? And he sat in front of thousands of people, took his guitar and play a song about graduating. And it's amazing. And it has like millions and millions of views all over the world because, yeah, and I don't know how to find it. But you see, that's the power of music. That's the power of like breaking the seriousness of, oh, we have to do this way. And then we do it in another way. And I think there are tons of possibilities of how to use the ukulele that I haven't show here and that you can adapt to, like think about and adapt to your own classes. Yeah, and I have again 45, 50 ukuleles, and if you're planning to use them, let me know.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. Yes.